Hello everyone, what's going on? It's South Stretford Post. Good morning. How you all doing this morning? It's been a long night. Obviously, England got through to the final of the European Championship. So I've been up watching that game. Sorry, I'm a bit late today. To get everything prepared for today's show, of course. And it's been all hectic, all breaking loose. You name it. It's been madness. But Manchester United are the subject today. No international football. It's all about Manchester United. And of course, the merry-go-round, which is the transfer business that we are or we're not doing, so to speak. Now, Manchester United are very interested in Yoro. Of course, Yoro, who has been speculated to have been in talks with Manchester United and Real Madrid, now is the time to make a decision. Man United cannot be held to ransom on this. If he wants to go to Real Madrid, let us know. We've accepted a deal with Lille, and it's up to them if they want to accept that deal. We cannot be held to ransom. We cannot be sitting around waiting for him to make a decision, because we got to do our own bit of transfer business, and our time is running short, and we need to do it quick, because if we don't get defenders through the door, we're going to be in a little bit of a spot of bother in regards to transfers, etc. But Yoro needs to make a decision. I won't be held to ransom. You need to make a decision. You want to come to Manchester United, then tell us you want to come to Manchester United. The fee has been agreed, so it's up to him. We've sold the project to him. We don't need to beg him. I know there are ex-players, etc., begging Yoro, please sign for Man United. Blah, blah, blah. But Man United, you want to come? You great. You don't want to come? Then go elsewhere. Good luck to you. Best of luck. And sorry, Lil, but we tried to sign him. You know, he didn't agree. The fee with us, etc. So anyway, I like the player. I want the player. I think he's one of the best young defenders in Europe. But we cannot wait around for players to come and want to play and decide, or keep us guessing on whether I should play for Manchester United. We are Manchester United, and it should be, you want to play for us. I want to play for Man United. I want to play for Ten Hag. I want to play for this new project, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, definitely one to keep an eye on, and one that could be resolved pretty soon if Yoro makes his decision. Of course, Yoro needs to make a decision quickly, and that's the bottom line for me. We want players in by pre-season. So the fee has been agreed. That is 100%. It's up to Yoro now to make a decision if he wants to sign for Real Madrid or Manchester United. It seems that Real Madrid have kind of called their interest on Yoro, which is why it hasn't gone through the door yet. But we also have to be very careful. We're not played in this. We have been played in the past. Teams trying to use Man United's name to get a higher fee. Situations like that, we cannot be caught in that sort of situation anymore. We're Manchester United. We got a new ownership. We got a new backroom staff, etc. We need to start acting like we're different now. We're not going to be held to ransom now. We're not going to be, oh, if you decide, we'll wait for you to decide. We'll wait all the way to the end of the transfer window, and then you're going to decide when it's too late for us to find anyone else. And that's the problem. So we need Yoro to make a decision. We need to make him to make a decision quickly, and not hold us to ransom, if you know what I mean. We're going to use it against him. Don't hold us to ransom. So I like Yoro, the player, but he has to be passionate about coming to Man United as well. We have to remember that. We cannot just be begging players, please sign for me, please. Some of it's embarrassing. I'm telling you, don't do that. Don't be saying, please sign for us. Come on, man. We're not Stoke. Stop it. There's players out there. There's other players out there. If he doesn't want to sign for Man United, I wish him the best of luck in his future endeavours. And I'm sorry, Lil. We tried to sign him, but he's not come to fruition. He hasn't accepted, and that's what we have to say. We have to say to them. We tried, and he has to make a decision quickly. And if he wants to play for Man United, come on down. We're ready. We've got a project. You don't want to go to Real Madrid and sit on the bench, because that's what probably he would do. They've got a defence. They've got a full-backs. They've got everything ready there already. We're in a project. It'd be a better place to be the Man United than Real Madrid. Trust me, we're the future, they're the past. Let's think of it like that. Yeah, we're the future, they're the past. It's boring. Everyone keeps going to Real Madrid. Oh, it's boring. Well done, you've gone to Real Madrid. They've achieved everything that there is to achieve. So what are you going to achieve at Real Madrid that hasn't already been achieved? I know it's a fantastic, oh no, I'm going to Real Madrid. It's the name and all the stature and, all this stuff that they talk about Real Madrid. But they've achieved everything, guys. They've achieved everything there is to achieve. There's no need to go to Real Madrid. What are you going to achieve that they haven't already achieved? Come to Man United, create a project, create your new history. Create history here, at Man United. Do something that is way out there beyond that. Become a legend. You will be a legend at Man United. You won't be a legend at Real Madrid. Believe that. You won't be a legend at Real Madrid. You'll be a legend at Man United. Come to Man United and make yourself a legend. That's what we want. So, Yoro to make a decision, hopefully within the next few days, where his future lies. Of course. Sorry. So where his future lies, we hope it's at Man United. He kind of hinting that he wants a Real Madrid move, but, Yeah, Alex, good morning. Real Madrid have always turned out majors. They have. I agree. It's 100%, but it's getting boring now, don't you think? I mean, every player goes to Real Madrid. What they're going to achieve? What they're going to do at Real Madrid that hasn't already been achieved? Oh, I won the La Liga. Oh, well done. I won Champions League. Oh, well done. They've done that 15 times. It's like that. If you come to Man United and you win league titles and you win Champions League, you are remembered. You're in folklore forever. You'll become a legend at Man United. Good morning, Sonny. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining me again. You lot are legends. I just don't think the Real Madrid thing, I just think it's getting boring now. I think the Real Madrid, the Barcelona thing, it's getting boring now. And I think a team like, come to Man United, come to a proper football club, family football club with stacked in history, adversity, pain, and success. Real Madrid has just been all about success. And Real Madrid have done everything. A fair play to them. They've been a well-run club, one of the biggest clubs in the world, the most successful club in the world, of course. So, good luck to them. But I just feel like, do something different. Don't be a sheep. Be a shepherd. Do you know what I mean? Go to Man United, sign for Man United, and want to play for Man United. Don't think in your head, oh, down the line, I want to sign for Real Madrid, if you know what I mean. We don't want none of that. We don't want no Turner, I want to play in Spain, business. Come to Man United, become a legend. And that is my message to him. That is my message to Yoro. Now, Manchester United are interested in Sporting Lisbon left back Nuno Mendes. Of course, Nuno Mendes was a mainstay in the Portuguese team, let alone squad, this Euro 2024 championships, where Portugal got knocked out. He has gained the interest of Manchester United with his impressive performances, bombing up and down the wing during the tournament. I like the player, very good player, young player as well, will fit the mould perfectly. Of course, not Premier League experience, playing for, good morning, Ndasi, hope you're well. Of course, playing down the wing for Portugal and playing in Portugal. Of course, doesn't have Premier League experience, but Nuno Mendes would make an interesting deal for Manchester United. Will be a lot cheaper than we expect. Could go for about 30 to 40 million. Very good player, in my opinion. I believe he's playing for Sporting Lisbon now. So, playing on the left back, bombing up and down the wing, creative, can defend as well. I think he's a good player. And I think United should delve into that a little bit deeper and try to inquire about Nuno Mendes. Rumours are here in Italy that Manchester United are after Nuno Mendes and have inquired about the possibility of signing the left back. Of course, Man United need a left back. We've been linked to a few, of course, Gutierrez and Chilwell, God forbid. Yeah, so a new left back is a priority as well. We do have left backs, I know, with Luke Shaw and Malacia, but are they reliable? Can they stay fit? This is the problem. This is what we're trying to to negotiate in regards to left backs. So Gutierrez, Nuno Mendes, it would be a brilliant coup for Man United if we can get one of those players over the line. Yeah, definitely. Is there a third place fixture in the Euros? I believe so. I believe if you come third, you do play a third place. You should have done. It used to be like that. Third in the Euros, third in the World Cup. It used to be along those lines. Yeah, definitely. I think so. I have to look into that. It's a good question, Ndasi. Is there going to be a third place? What will it be? It will be between Portugal. What was it be? Was it Portugal? Was it? What would it be between France and Netherlands? France and Netherlands. Yeah, it would be between France and Netherlands, wouldn't it? There should be a third place player. I think that's good. I think there should be a bronze medal as well. Of course, England made it to the European Championship final. I didn't do the watch along, but I've done a match reaction after the game. Of course, Mainoo absolutely was a baller yesterday, was absolutely brilliant yesterday. We have to be so proud of Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Man United, as we say. Kobbie Man United. What a player, what a baller. Absolutely controlled that midfield in the first half in particular. The worry is that tactically Southgate doesn't quite know what he's doing. So when Holland changed the formation, England didn't quite have an answer to their change in midfield because England were all over them in the first half. The triangles, the tiki-taka football that we were playing, it was absolutely a sight to behold. Mainoo, Bellingham, Foden, brilliant, such a brilliant, talented front line. So England need to be more tactically astute against Spain if they do. So if they're tactically astute against Spain, they stand a chance. I don't think Spain are as good as people are saying. They're playing well, but I think England can beat them, but they're going to have to be very, very good defensively and very, very solid. They're going to have to, of course, work on those wings, because on the wings they got Naki Williams and of course Yamin Lamar. They need to stop those players from playing, and it's going to be difficult with the space. If he plays three at the back with the two wing backs, it can create space for the wingers of Spain. So England have to be very, very, very astute and very, very compact. They're going to beat Spain. If they look at Scotland beat Spain a few months ago, Scotland beat Spain 3-2, wasn't it? So look at the way Scotland played. They were very, very, I know I'm comparing to Scotland, that's just, God forbid, but the way they play against Spain, they beat Spain and they beat them quite well as well. They play very compact, and you can't give Spain chances on the wings, and you can't give them any space whatsoever. Now, another striker that is, of course, on Manchester United's radar is Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney, of course, has impressed during these European Championships so far and is a brilliant striker, of course, a prolific striker in the Premier League. Manchester United have inquired Brentford about the possibility of signing Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney would most likely go for £70 million, which is a lot of money. That is the minimum. It'd probably go for that money. But Toney was a Manchester United fan, apparently, and would like the move to Manchester United. This is the rumour. He would enjoy working under Ten Hag, and he would like the move to Old Trafford. But can we afford the money? Can we afford 70, 80 million on one striker? Definitely not, probably. So we have to wait and see. We have to see if we could do a deal with Brentford. Of course, we have to see if we can do a swap deal, maybe. But money is very short. Money's too tight to mention, as Simply Red once said. Money's too tight to mention, and we have to wait and see. But I think 50 million could it swerve Brentford? Could we offer a player in exchange as well as 40, 50 million? Couple of players, maybe a Maguire, maybe someone, if they want to go there, and we can possibly offer Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney would be a good buy for anyone who buys him. He's a very good player, highly underrated, of course, very influential in this England team as well, that contributed to them getting to the final amazingly. In regards to getting to the final, I spoke yesterday about the bar not being very high in international football. I don't believe it's as high as it used to be, which is why an England side playing so poorly can get to the final. I've seen better England performances than this tournament. Believe you me, I've seen great England teams, great England performances not get to finals. The 98 team, for example, the 96 team, for example. So we know this is not the 2004 team, for example. It's not the best performing England team of all time. It's one of the worst performing England teams, but they seem to have got to the final. And that's why I think football internationally has regressed a little bit, somewhat, you know. But let's take it back to Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney, I would be very happy with a deal for Ivan Toney. If we signed him, it will be very, very good for Rasmus Højlund as well, because we'll have two strikers, very different from each other, of course. Tony's a good holder up of the ball, a good poacher, strong, athletic, can score goals, and a brilliant penalty taker, as we all saw in the European Championships. Brilliant penalty taker too. Rasmus Højlund, of course, does need support up there. Of course, we are after Xerxes. It looks like Manchester United are looking at alternatives if the Xerxes deal falls through, which is fair play. If the deals fall through, we looked at Broby as well a few days ago. If all the deals fall through, we need a backup plan. We need to have a plan, and we need to have it ready. Xerxes and De Ligt, of course, were part of the Holland team that lost to England yesterday. They will be coming home. Of course, I think they'll have maybe a 1 week break or a couple of weeks break, or they may go straight to Old Trafford, we hope, and start signing their deals, and we can get those deals over the line. What do you think? Can we get those transfers over the line? Yeah, Alex, Mainoo could win the FA Cup and the Euros within 6 months of senior football. Wow, isn't it? Wow, it's just incredible that Mainoo he's winning things already. He's just a lucky charm, to be honest with you. He gives the aura of success, you know, the way he plays that ball, the way he plays football is just beautiful, you know, beautiful. I don't think we should fear Spain. I don't think Mainoo should fear Spain. Mainoo pocketed Rodri in the FA Cup final. I don't think Mainoo should fear Spain. We've got our players. We've got Bellingham. We've got Foden. We've got Mainoo. Come on, man. We're not going to be scared of some 16-year-old. All due respect to him, he's a very good 16-year-old, but we shouldn't be scared of these players. We do our job on them. We have to be compact. And I think England can bring it home, finally. And we can stop singing It's Coming Home, because it already will be home, finally. You know, so, yeah, Mainoo's a generational. Mainoo, we're lucky to have Mainoo, but he ain't the only one. There's many players coming through that United conveyor belt that are going to be just as good as Mainoo. I'm not going to say Bella, but, you know, because they have to prove it, but just as good as Mainoo. Players coming through in defence, up front, in midfield. We got a brilliant bunch of players coming through, the best we've had since the class of 92, in my humble opinion. Of course, the class of 92 came into a team of Cantona, Mark Hughes, Steve Bruce, Gary Pallister, you know, so we're keen. It's Peter Schmeichel. So they came into that team. So it's a big difference, obviously. But we are building our success, and we are building a winning mentality. Of course, now Garnacho has that experience of winning a trophy. Mainoo has that experience of winning the trophy. Rasmus, the same, has that experience of winning a trophy. These players are experienced at winning trophies now. 2 trophies for some already. And now Ten Hag looks to win another trophy as well. And if England win the European Championships, it can do nothing but help players like Mainoo. And even Luke Shaw, to an extent. It will do nothing but to help their cause in their mentality in winning. Coming back to the Premier League on the first game of the season against Fulham, and having that in the back of their mind, we're the European champions. It would be brilliant. For me, it's a 50-50 game against Spain, and we'll have to wait and see what happens in regards to that match. But we'll have to think about the impact it will have on the players in regards to winning. Winning is everything in football, and winning is a habit as well as losing is a habit. Winning is a habit. And if you keep winning and you keep winning trophies, it does become a habit, of course. So we'll have to wait and see in regards to that. In regards to Jarrad Branthwaite, nothing in a way yet of Branthwaite. Manchester United look to be handing a third bid. What do I think of a third bid? I think we should walk away. I like Branthwaite, but we cannot be paying too much for Branthwaite. I mean, 50 million is more than enough in regards to a very talented player, but 50 million for me is more. What is happening is Everton are trying to play us, see if we show our cards before them. So basically, it's a bit of cat and mouse going back and forth in regards to, we're not going to accept 50 million, and then we go, okay, we offer 50 plus 5 or plus incentive. Then they'll go, now we're talking. Now this is what we're talking about. Now we want more. Now See how much more you can offer. See how much more you can offer. Can you offer more money? Can you offer 60, 70? That's what they're doing. We cannot be played like that in the transfer market anymore. This is a different Manchester United now, a different ownership. Branthwaite wants to come to Man United. He's openly stated he wants to come to Man United. He wants to come for the project, the exciting project with Ruud van Nistelrooy, Rennie Hake, Ten Hag and Ineos. Of course, he wants to come for the project. Who wouldn't want to come for the project? They need to want to come for the project. So Branthwaite, no news on him so far. In my opinion, we shouldn't be played like we have in previous seasons. He's an Everton player. They need to remember who they are and know their place. Stay in their lane, so to speak. You are Everton. You're not Barcelona, right? So you stay in your lane and you accept 50 million, which he is worth 50 million. Let the player go. Stop it. You're trying too hard to squeeze teams. It's fraud almost. It's almost fraud, isn't it? You know, what they're trying to do. It's fraudulent. It's not proven, like in regards to elite football and stuff. Let him come to Man United, let him develop. He's a 50 million pound player. Stop overpricing players. Branthwaite wants to come to Man United. Give him a chance to come. 50 million is a lot of money for him. You know, 50 million is a lot of money for him. And when 60, 70, no. Because 60, 70 million, how can he go for 60, 70 million and then Yoro go for 40, 45? It doesn't make sense, does it? You know, it's just like the English taxes and the Premier League tax. It's just every single time they just overprice players. And we're not going to be falling for that rubbish again. Of course, we bought a few players from Everton in the past. One, namely Wayne Rooney, which was a very good buy. But one other name rolls off the tongue is Schneiderlin, which was a very poor buy as well. So we have to be careful what we do. You know, we can't just be throwing money around because we've got so many positions on that pitch that we need to sort out. Hopefully, in regards to Xerxes, he will be coming back after the European Championships, and hopefully he will be signing a contract with Manchester United. That's what we hope. We hope the deal gets done quickly and we can get that over the line. I said a few days ago that the deal will be accepted by Friday. I firmly stand behind that. I think the deal will be agreed by Friday. Whether personal terms will be agreed, it's unsure. I know that's a foregone conclusion. He wants to come to Man United and is excited about coming to Man United. Xerxes and De Ligt coming home from the European Championships could push these deals to go through a lot quicker now because they are home and they can talk to Man United if they wish, if they please. Of course, it looks likely that those deals will be done. Those deals will be the first deals through the door. I'll be very excited for those first two deals, but we cannot rest on our laurels. We do need a left back. We do need a central midfielder, and the central midfielder is where I bring it to next. Ugarte. Ugarte is very, very admired by Erik Ten Hag and Ineos. Ugarte playing for PSG looks like our midfield option for next season. There is no smoke without fire. We have been speaking to PSG a lot about in regards to Ugarte. We just need to agree a fee. Ugarte, of course, has been at the Copa America. And when he gets back from the Copa America, can speak to Man United and agree a contract with Man United. Media outlets in Uruguay have said that Ugarte would prefer a move to Manchester United. He wants to move to Manchester United. And him in the middle of the midfield with a Mainoo would be perfect for us. I would also sign Sofiane Amrabat. Of course, there is still questions about Sofiane Amrabat's future. Of course, his contract has run out in regards to the loan. I believe we should pay the extra 10 million and sign him up. He could be a backup player for Ugarte with Mainoo. That would be very important for me to keep Amrabat. Amrabat, it was unfortunate that he came into a team and he was injured. He played at left back. He didn't get his opportunity. So it's very important that we keep a big squad and a healthy squad and a talented squad. That's what we need to do. We need to build our squad, not decrease it, of course. So we need more numbers in that midfield. We need more numbers in defence as well. Because at the end of the day, we saw what happened last season, didn't we? One injury, that's it. It's over, you know. And we were lucky we had a decent team out in the FA Cup final. And we showed we performed the way we expected to perform last season and the way we can perform potentially if we have our full team, half our full team on the pitch. Now, if we have Ugarte, if we have De Ligt, if we have Xerxes, if we have a left back as well in there, and we have like another centre back as well, if we have a Yoro as well, what can you say? Can't argue with that. Would you be happy with Ugarte, Yoro, and De Ligt and Xerxes? Those 4 players. Would you be happy with Xerxes, Ugarte, De Ligt, and Yoro? Would you be happy if it just ended there? If our transfers just ended there? Would you be happy with that? Still short. I think we need a left back desperately. Right back, some can argue, but we've got Dalot. But obviously, we need a right back option as well. We haven't sold anyone yet as well, which is quite concerning. But that brings me on to Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood looks like he will be leaving Manchester United for Marseille for the measly price of 27 million euros, which is a very, very poor transfer fee for a very talented player, unfortunately. Of course, it has been a media a rampage against Greenwood. There has been legal rumblings against Greenwood. There's been people at Marseille against the deal for Greenwood. I feel sorry for the lad because at the end of the day, what is done is done. And obviously people are going to be very unhappy by what happened a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago in regards to the tape. And it's going to be very hard for him, at some clubs. There's going to be self-righteous people everywhere. There's going to be Billy no mates, good doers everywhere that are going to try and block his move, and it's sad. It's sad for Man United. It could quite possibly be a scenario where he ends up back at Man United or he ends up on loan again, which won't be good for Man United because we need the fee for Greenwood. And I think that Greenwood deal is key to a lot of deals this summer. I think we sell Greenwood, that is a key sell because we get the full amount of money because he's a youth player, of course, for FFP. So, yeah, I agree, mate. Anything for depth, man. Anything for depth, Alex. We need it. I would love Amrabat to stay, and I would love us to build a squad of great players. So when we have injuries, when we have suspensions, another player could slot in like a glove to water or glove to hand. Gloves don't fit in water, do they? So a glove to hand. So yeah, but in regards to Greenwood, I would be disappointed if we didn't get a fee for him, of course. But time is running out, which is why we employed a recruitment agent who can go out and start working on recruitment. Hopefully he's working now, and hopefully we can get some deals done. If I was Mason Greenwood, I would accept the next deal, which is Lazio. Lazio, of course, are very, very short pockets, skinny pockets. They have only offered us 17 million for Greenwood. Now, they can add an extra 10 million onto that. We are talking. Then we can get the deal done quickly, and Greenwood can go to Serie A, which will probably be a better move for him, a better league. Serie A is, so it would be very interesting to see that unravel with that one. No third place playoff in the Euros. Thanks for letting me know, Ashley. Yeah, I knew that there was a playoff in the World Cup, of course. Sadly, there isn't a playoff in the European Championships. Would have been a good game, to be honest. Would have been a good build-up to the England-Spain game, of course, if it played on the Friday. England playing on Sunday, I believe. I think it's Saturday or Sunday. England are playing. Of course, England played later than Spain, so Spain have had 1 day rest. If that makes a difference, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But should be a very good game. And I hope England are prepared. I hope Bellingham are giving Southgate some pointers about Spanish football and about what to do to stop Spain. Well, Mainoo knows how to pocket Rodri. He's proven it in the FA Cup final, hasn't he? So let's see what happens about that. Now, in regards to, obviously, yesterday I spoke about Xerxes and Ibrahimovic. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, of course, former AC Milan, spoke about Xerxes, and he's no longer on the radar of AC Milan. He said that Xerxes is the past, and that basically means that Xerxes is going to Man United. He's going to Man United have a free run on Xerxes. So Man United should have Xerxes through the door. Of course, they are speaking to other strikers just in case. Ivan Toney, for example. I like Ivan Toney. I would prefer Ivan Toney. But the price tag could be a stumbling block. Ivan Toney wants to play for Man United, as do a lot of players. And I think that it would be disappointing that if we didn't sign a striker. If it was Toney or Xerxes, we have to sign a striker. I would prefer Toney, but it looks like Xerxes will be through the door. Really, really surprised at Ronald Koeman's substitutions yesterday. Really, really shocked that he kept the same team. He didn't make too many changes. The team was very narrow. It had a lot of possession, but I just didn't think they had that killer instinct. He needed to make changes. He didn't give Xerxes enough minutes, did he? It wasn't good enough in regards to Ronald Koeman. And of course, Ronald Koeman had a very poor record at Everton, as we know, as we said in the past. This week has been a crazy week in regards to transfer speculations already. We've had Broby speculation. We've had Chilwell speculation. Of course, there's been many players out there. Now it's Nuno Mendes of Portugal. That is the main story. Manchester United are after a left-back, and Nuno Mendes has emerged as a target for Manchester United. The Sporting Lisbon left-back, who plays every game for Portugal during the European Championships, is on Manchester United's radar. And it could be a signing for Man United that we didn't expect. This name has come out of nowhere. Of course, we can't judge players solely on European Championships, but the guy's a good player. I've seen him play at the European Championships, and he's a good player, bombing up and down that wing, can defend as well, can create. Good defender. Of course, him or Miguel Gutierrez have been linked to Manchester United on that left-back position. We are happy that Ineos are after more than one player in every position. That's good. We have ropes to fall on, but we can't turn into a circus, and we can't make it chaotic. It has to be players who are good enough and who can fit into Ten Hag's system. We hope, of course, Ten Hag is having a say. Of course, Barada will have his say, and of course, Wilcox will have his say, and there will be an agreement between them lot. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. We do need a left back. We do need a midfielder. We do need two defenders, left and right. We may need a right back. We may need a right winger. We may need a striker. It's crazy, isn't it? How many players that we need. And are we going to get all of those? Nah, we're not going to get all of those. We need a lot of players to leave as well. But it's a project, and we have to stick by it. We need players in the door. If we do sell Rashford, of course, that brings me on to Rashford. We do need to replace him. Rashford, of course, is a bit of a drama because of everything that happens surrounding him, his agent, his family. It's a bit of a crazy one in regards to Rashford. There's a lot of noise around him. And I would say this in regards to Rashford, in regards to Sancho. We hope Sancho goes to Juventus, of course. But in regards to those players, we are in a very, very pivotal, important, desperate time for our club. We don't need any outside noise. We don't need any distractions for our team next season. We don't want any tweets. We don't want any leaks. We don't want nothing of that nature. We want to concentrate solely on football. Please, if you want to play for Man United, get your head down, work hard, play for Man United. If you don't want to play for Man United, please let us know and go elsewhere. And that's the key. I know it's not that easy, but we do not need players who are going to cause a distraction next season. If you're unhappy about certain things in the club, speak to the manager. Speak to the manager and make it clear to the manager. Don't go behind the manager's back. Speak to him. Communicate. And that's all I'm saying. Don't cause any distractions. Next season is a very important season for us. We need to work hard next season, and we need to make sure that we get a very good start to the season with a win against Fulham and a positive vibes all round. Leading into that big game against Liverpool, of course. We've got Liverpool early on in the seasons, haven't we? So Liverpool, I think, is our third or fourth game. We need to win that game. We need to make sure that game is won. But first, we have to beat Fulham. And if we win those games, we're on a very, very good start next season. And that's what I want. I don't want any distractions for the club. No tweets, no moaning, no nothing. Work hard, put your head down and play for Manchester United, the biggest club in the world, the greatest club in the world. Work hard and play hard. That's how it should be. We know you're talented. Prove it. Good morning, Donovan. Problem is these players are on high wage and they just don't want to leave. I agree. This is the big dilemma, and we hope that we change this mentality within the club. Obviously, offering players who are on 40 grand, 250 grand a week, like Anthony, is absolutely amateur and incompetent, in my opinion. We cannot be offering players 1,000% more than what they're offered, the more what they're getting. Anthony would have accepted 90,000 a week, 100,000 a week even. He would have accepted it. And for us to be offering players like Rashford, like 300,000-400,000 a week, it's a problem for us, and it's a problem with a lot of our players. That's why we're running down their contracts, because no one wants to take their wages. That's why we're loaning them out, because no one wants to take their wages. And this is a big issue that we have. And this is one of the biggest problems at Man United over the last few years, last decade or more. You know, we're giving players too much. It's sort of like begging players to come to Man United. We're bribing them with money kind of thing, you know, when we shouldn't be. They should be wanting to play for Man United. Regardless, of course, we're not going to give them pennies, but, you know, they should be honoured to play for Man United, and they should be honoured to receive a wage for Man United. I mean, a region of 80,000-90,000 is a fantastic wage. You know, we can't keep paying players. We pay the most wages in the league. We pay the most wages, probably one of the most wages in Europe. For what? And I think Jim Ratcliffe was totally right when he said, we have players, we spent over $1 billion on players. And this is not including the wages, but we spent over $1 billion on players. And not one of those players are worth $1 billion. Not one of those players are worth anything over 100. No one is worth $1 billion, but over 100 million. Not one of those players are worth over 100 million. At Real Madrid, they spent far less, but they got a number of players worth over 100 million. This is an example of how badly run we are. And I think from now on, you either take that wage, you want to play for the club, or, you know, go elsewhere. And that's what we have to do. We have to really iron it out and clean up the mess that is at Old Trafford, because we're offering way too much wages to the players. And the players, football and wages should be based upon what you achieve. Yes, they won an FA Cup. They should be lauded for that, and they should be offered a new contract or whatever. You know, some of them should be. But offering wages, astronomical amount of money for players who have criminally underperformed over the years is pathetic. Pathetic management and pathetic business, in my opinion, for this club. It is a thing that we need to change, and I hope that we change it very, very quickly, because we can't keep offering these money, and it's becoming a problem in selling on players and making money. We're spending money and not making money, and that obviously is the recipe for disaster. Good morning, Donovan. I know that's fine. Thank you. Well, good point. Well said. Yeah, so that's me for this morning. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back tonight for Chatterbox. I'll be speaking about various issues and various conundrums in the world of Manchester United. Please don't forget to smash a like on the video and subscribe to the video as well. It'd be very, very appreciated if you could do that. Spread it to everyone. Also, if you could you kindly clip any parts of the video you like, any of my opinions? That'd be great. I'll pull it on YouTube. I'll pull it on Twitter. If you post it, I'll retweet it, etc. I'll do it. So, and I'll give a shout out as well. I'll give the props as well. And let's build this community, because that's what it's about. It's about opinion. We all don't have the same opinion, but we're all in the same boat, and we want the best thing, what is for Manchester United. And of course, that is a successful Man United. I loved Eric Ten Hag's quotes the other day in regards to saying that, yes, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup are good trophies to win, but we want more than that. We do. We want more than that. We want the league title, and we want the Champions League, because that's where we should be. That for us should be our bread and butter. That's Manchester United, and that's what our history is based upon. Now, guys, please don't forget, the Euros is coming, the final of the Euros. I will be doing hopefully a special watch along on Sunday, and I'll try and make it as exciting as possible. Of course, I'll be very nervous about the game. It is England. I'm English, so I'll be very nervous about the game. And if anything breaks today, I will be here first thing to give you the news, to give my opinions, to break it to you, and to give Sal reacts, and I'll tell you what I think about the news. And of course, anything can happen now. Players are coming home. Anything can happen now. So it could be that we have breaking news any time this week, any time in the next few days. We could have breaking news. Guys, you're the best. Absolute legends. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'll see you soon. Have a fantastic day, yo.